There's no hiding from Zoom. Zoom
Yeah,
would just
no, you
snatch
can
out.
get it going here. I'll just like,
I love that you were having a hard time with night mode at nighttime.
yeah. All
It's
right, I'm
just
doing our
sweet.
Google review here. I'm gonna do a 1-star review on night mode for Google right now. I don't like it. All right.
If you can't
Um,
do a one star review on Google, right? They'll like shut you down.
yeah, they're
Actually,
gonna demonetize your podcast as not
could
yet
you actually
monetized.
find Google on Google Maps and give them a 1-star?
Oh, I mean, if we haven't technically started the show yet.
I mean, we could, but maybe this is research for a future episode. So
Google reviews for Google.
Google HQ.
How come this is in regular? Oh, because it went to Bing. That's why. Google's mad at me because my default search browser is Bing. Just goes to show you. That's what
Google
kind of people are.
Plex. Is that it?
Do you remember Googleplex?
Is Googleplex it? Is that the name of the HQ? The global headquarters of Google. Yep, that is. And there's over 10,000 reviews. I'll be damned.
So
yeah,
it's on Maps.
It's on Maps. You know what, folks? You're listening in on a future episode idea of Google.
Okay, so I
getting
got
Google.
I'm just gonna have to read it.
You are struggling so hard. I love it.
I'm not. Oh, you know what I did? I just magnified it. I'm an old man now. I magnify my internet browser.
You magnify it? You forgot you magnified it?
No. I need to magnify it to see it. Right.
Oh, yeah, you are.
Yeah.
Speaking of which, the old man you're hearing the voice of, that's Dustin Bays.
Yeah, what's up, DB?
A man who is, as we just established, too ugly for other people's podcasts, that he has to produce their podcast from behind the scenes. So he's on this podcast because we allow his ugliness and his warm heart to come in.
I like to phrase it as I got a good personality.
That was super harsh. I'm sorry. That was so. Let me try it again. His ruggedness is allowed in good personality, and his hunger for life. No, that's bad. Are you hungry? It's 9 o'clock. It's 9 o'clock Eastern time.
We had it was like leftover night plus bread.
What was the leftover?
So
was it a sandwich? Was it a sandwich? And you're like, I need more bread.
Wasn't a sandwich. We had some chicken noodle soup, but before you poo on the chicken noodle soup, the chicken we got it from the Saturday market. We got like a whole chicken from the Saturday market, and then we got it was like a little soup packet from the cook station, and did all that together. It was really good.
All right. I ain't gonna say that. I like the cook station. I like Levi and his family.
Is it the owner?
I cannot pronounce their last name. Is it Cola Siapo? Cola Siapo?
I don't even know what it is. So I'm sure. Yeah, sounds good.
I know his dad's name is John. I'll just go with John. Good man. Anyway.
Yeah. You know what? John sounds like the kind of person that would like to go on a vacation to Myrtle Beach. Just a very South Carolina tradition.
Today's episode, get out of here. This is Andrew Van of 1-Star Reviews. This is our long rambling. And before we begin with today's episode, as you guys at Myrtle Beach, give us a give us a 5-star review.
Here, guys, give us a 1-star review.
We have gotten one because that person wanted to be fun, and we'll read it over the air. So if you do give 1-star reviews, whatever, fuck it, we'll read it over the air. But give us a 5-star review of 1-star reviews wherever you listen to our voices on, whatever devices they be, Google Play, iHeartRadio, iTunes, and all stuff there. You probably already figured it out. Anyway, all that being said, Dustin made a fine statement a couple episodes ago about we should review Myrtle Beach. And guess what, folks? We actually listen to each other sometimes. That's why we're married.
Huh? What did you say? I'm sorry.
Not to each other.
Okay.
Nothing wrong with it.
Nothing wrong with that.
No, nothing wrong with it. No, I don't really know, George. I don't know. Anyway, so today we are doing the Market Common at Myrtle Beach, which is the big tourist trap that you get at typical beaches, right? It's like all your little markets, your weaver baskets, stuff like that. How many woven baskets have you bought over the years?
Purchased? I'm not sure. As I'm looking around my house, I see 4 with an eye shot right now. I definitely made one in like the 2nd grade that I don't think has survived, but if it has, it is somewhere deep in a storage unit.
Wait, you made a woven basket?
Yeah, like you soak the little reeds and then you shape them into a basket. I couldn't do it now, but something like that.
This is Dustin's 4th podcast, Weaving with Dustin.
Weaving with Dustin. There's
But
no mistakes, just happy little reads. All right.
This reed is you. You are the reed.
You're stiff and frigid until you water yourself and you take in the source of life. All right.
You're also the guy that asked me in the previous episode if I braided my hibiscus tree's trunk.
Yeah. Actually, I forgot what your answer was. Did you do that?
No.
Oh, okay.
Cool. Braids. Anyway, if you haven't listened to the podcast before, outside of rambling, we like to read the one-star reviews of good places. And now, I have not been in Myrtle Beach in over 20 years.
Good places.
But it was my senior, was it like your graduation trip from high school, typical thing? Bunch of dudes, a dozen of us went to Myrtle Beach. We went to like the Medieval Times. We went to the beach, obviously, a whole bunch. Went to the Strip. Pretty sure we went to the Common, the Market Common. We're about to read here because everyone has.
This is the one where this is like where the aquarium is and the putt thing. Yeah, that's thing, right? Okay. Mm-hmm. Now I know that we're going to be reading the reviews of the Market Commons, but I'm just going to filter as like through my brain as if this is a comment on Myrtle Beach itself.
Oh yeah, absolutely. This is the embodiment of Myrtle Beach, and I'll start off here.
100%.
We went for the art fair. Found parking and started walking down to the art fair in the Market Commons. While walking, an unfriendly man started to yell at us that we were trespassing on private property. Really? We were walking at Market Commons. He verbally abused us, calling my husband boy and physically threatening us. Our day at the Market Art Fair was ruined. We will not return to the common area again. Whew, wow. So I was reading that and that got tense.
The homeless population is very, very bold in Myrtle Beach. They just they got their stoop and they don't want anyone on it, man.
That's my stoop.
Hey man, that's my stoop. That's my seagull.
I like this next one only because and normally we don't read the names, but this one's just funny because their Google name is Mr. Brooks.
Knock off Mr. Rogers.
Not a well-maintained company. The bowling lanes are poorly maintained. Sticky areas in the bowling staging area that doesn't allow you to launch your ball properly. Brought this issue to the staff and was told they didn't have anyone who could fix this issue because they were short-staffed. Okay, then, if you can't give the customers the service they need, then shut down. Open when you're able to provide what people pay for. Don't open just to collect money.
Lame. That's dumb. That's a bad review. Not you. You did great, Andrew. This guy's stupid. This guy's just bitter.
That guy's voice, it just reminds me of my dad. My dad, when he's a huge Clemson football fan, and when Taj Boyd, who was the quarterback years ago, like 6, 7, 8 years ago, he had a bad game against, I think, Ohio State. And my dad and me was like, they should suspend him. And I was like, that's harsh for one bad game. Just take away his scholarship because he's not having a good game. It's exactly like, just shut the place down. It's not worth being here.
Yeah. Well, we all know how fathers tend to bear unrealistic expectations and have, false senses of perfection and stuff like that. Blah, 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 blah. We should do a 1-star review on our dead dads one time,
You know, what's funny? There's actually a podcast Rory Scovel, Greenville native, has with the Team Coco Network. It's called Dads. The Dads podcast. Mm-hmm. It's actually pretty good.
Is that like real quick? What is it like about dads? Just like, this is the trauma our dads gave us.
It kind of from time to time, depending on who the guest is. Yeah.
I'll check it out. All right, I got one queued up. Okay, I'm gonna remember. I'm gonna leave the name of the business that they're talking about on here, and just remember this guy is talking about Myrtle Beach. Tell me when the music's going. I can't.
It's going.
Okay. The portions are very small. The fish is not fresh. They will not accept American currency, cash, only credit or bank cards. There is our currency going down the tubes. That is BS. The seating was very, very uncomfortable, way, way overpriced. My wife and I both got sick when we got home. I threw up and my wife was in bed for 2 days throwing up and not being able to eat anything. I wouldn't recommend this place to anyone. They should close the doors. We have been living in Myrtle Beach for 8 years. We go out to eat all the time. This was by far the worst dining experience we have ever had here in South Carolina. We just leave off that last part. Dude, this guy summarized Myrtle Beach just like perfectly.
I like how he's like, he actually typed in no stars for them. Joke's on you. They still got a 1 star.
This guy, yeah, he couldn't even deliver on his own promises.
Ordered a prime rib wrap last Sunday, cooked medium rare. It still came out mooing. Cold center. The Sunday manager, a 25-year-old with a mohawk haircut, proceeds to start lecturing me on how to order a steak. I was ordering steak medium rare before your mother was born, son. Not impressed with the way the manager handled it. What happened to the customer is always right.
Oh my God. Sir, here's your burger.
This burger looks like it's older than you.
Sir, this is how you ordered it. You ordered it inverse well done. It's where we give you the cow before it even dies.
I bet this cow has more education than you too.
Right. Moo plus moo is everyone deserves equal rights.
You see there? Yeah, this cow is even more aware than you are. Or as the kids say, woke cow.
The cow fell asleep. I can't serve you this burger anymore. I'm gonna have to take this into the back.
I would have loved to have been there at the conversation when that happened.
Here, I got you. Because right underneath is a response from the owner. Hi, Ava. We're sorry you had a bad experience at one of the restaurants located within the Market Commons, but you've left your negative view on the entire shopping center's page. Unfortunately, we can't do anything to help since we're the management office and not the actual restaurant. Can you please reach out to the restaurant directly with your feedback so they may better assist you? Thank you.
Man.
This guy.
This place has all kinds of stuff. This next one's even more you will not get any sleep in the apartments. Leaf blowers come in at 7 a.m., sometimes earlier, right below your window, so you can enjoy, quote, a very loud motor sound running for hours. I used to rent here for years back, only heard them on occasion back when they would play nice, easy listening music. It was great. Now for the entire damn year, a loud motor running every morning. Her username, and I'll read it because it's not a real name. It's Lady Butterfly.
Lady Butterfly. What are they just doing say anything before? They're coming to rake and there's just a dude standing out with a boombox, just having some easy listening music.
In your yard, I'm gonna wake you up. In your yard, I'm gonna not let you sleep in
your yard.
Yep.
Yeah.
Exactly.
What the hell, man? I only listened to 80s, Joel.
You peaked. Kidding.
All right, let's go to the next one. Overrated all the way. Very expensive and not very nice people working in some of the shops. It's for people who have more money than brains. There are a number of places in Myrtle Beach that much friendlier and cheaper. Tanger. This place is clean though. Good place to walk. I love how that guy's in her he's like, yeah, that's a good review. Maybe a little harsh. All right, let's give him something.
Ooh, man, I got a lengthy one here. I'm gonna see if I can get this down while the music's going. The corrupt corporate heart of Myrtle Beach. A worse idea than Bulapan, Belize, Brasilia, Brazil, or Padahara, Malaysia, or even Disney Springs, Florida. An entire book can be written to excorporate the exasperate the abomination of an attraction, quote, and it wouldn't do justice in the willful ignorance of the urban planning and the shameful ethical and financial improprieties that allow this place to exist, quickly becoming one of the grandest new urbanism fails in the nation. And unlike every other reviewer on this page, I actually lived right in the middle of the abomination of the community over a year, right on Howard Street. And as bad as an objective observer standpoint, it magnitudes worse to actually live there. Expect to never sleep in, especially on a weekend, because they use copious corporate welfare from the city to host loud and ridiculous special events to generate enough foot traffic to justify the overinflated rents on retail spaces. It's a living in an open air mall. It's as if you would never seen a real city, much less lived in one, decided to design one anyway, based on recollections on that they've heard about from Main Street, USA, Bourbon Street, New Orleans. Avoided if all possible. Right on the money.
Man, that guy, person.
You said the other one was the embodiment of Myrtle Beach. That is the embodiment of Myrtle Beach.
Yeah, he cared a lot, and we were probably the first people to read this review.
We are giving him love like a dad.
You know what? I'm seeing this in Greenville right now. It's like, and I embody this mindset sometimes. I'm like, Greenville, not what it used to be, man. Dude, I remember Greenville when Greenville was quiet, right? And I've only been here for like 5 years. And it's like, oh, hey, when you move somewhere popular, maybe other people might want to move there too.
Mm-hmm.
That being said, if you want to move to Myrtle Beach, you be my guest.
I mean, here's the thing. I think it's just common sense. If you want to live somewhere peaceful, one, it should not be near a coast on a beach, period.
No.
Two, it should not be in a common area mall with restaurants and apartments all over surrounding, as we're finding out.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. I mean, this is like easily. I have no idea.
This is a really busy place in LA, but I don't want to live with smog.
It's not happening. I want to live in New York, but I don't want to be around any rats.
I want to live in Atlanta, but I don't want any traffic.
I want to live in Florida, but I don't want to be around any meth.
I want to live in Walhalla, but I don't want any racism.
Hey, we take our racism seriously in Walhalla.
Yeah, every door gotta have a Confederate flag. Otherwise, we gotta get an alarm system to scare people off. I ain't getting one of those.
So as happy 17th of May. Today is the Norwegian Independence Day. So I hung up my Norwegian flag in my yard. But after I was wearing this shirt, my Norwegian shirt. I took a walk to McPherson Park. I was getting so many dirty looks. Like people are just literally one dude made eye contact with me and went, and like turns. I was like, dude, what? This is a Norwegian flag. You guys, you know what it is? It's this movement of changing colors of flags that people are assuming. They be assuming. Anyways, next review.
My kid just told me the other day that there are no nation flags with the color purple in it. Does that sound right?
That can't be true.
I didn't want to disagree because I'm trying to learn to not always correct him so it doesn't hurt his ego and hurt his self-esteem.
And also, it doesn't really
But
matter.
I really did quite. I was like, that might be true. But I mean,
the only way it makes sense because purple dye was incredibly hard to come by, and up until like semi-recently in the history of man has it only been able to be synthesized well after people have like probably established, they're flat. Yellow, ochre, real easy to come by. Red, real easy to come by. Yeah. Anyways, what were we talking about? Are we talking about Myrtle Beach?
Or a beach?
Here's another one. I go on. This is real short. Give me your best stinger. Oh, I'm gonna hold on. I'm gonna do 2 back to back. You ready for this? Did it start? I can't hear it. Oh, it's going. If you're on a fixed income, don't shop here. Only to please upper class. Next review. Everything's way overpriced. Why does a place charge extra just because they're in market comments? I'm going to keep going. Ultimate California Pizza has the worst service ever in this location. 0 parking. Too hard to find. Wet and see stores. Went inside the living store. An associate never spoke or acknowledged me, and I was the only customer. Last one. Too crowded. Too much concrete. People snobby. Shops and restaurants grossly overpriced. I'm tired.
Nice.
Cut me, Mick. I can't see. Ugh. Don't go to a shopping center if you're on a fixed income. There's a lot to unpack there. Also, everything is overpriced. A lot of people complain about income tax or like taxes on shit. It's a tourist destination. How do you think they make their fucking money?
Right. I love this next one. This is, if Myrtle Beach needed a slogan, it is prices are outrageous. New York prices for Walmart quality.
Yes.
That is a bumper sticker. That is a t-shirt. That is just a flag. That is everything. Chef's kiss.
I love that. Oh man, it's going to be hard to top that one. I have a couple. I see a couple more here that would just be good backups here to that slogan that you just get. Is the music going?
Yep.
Myrtle Beach. Extremely disappointing. Myrtle Beach. Nothing special. Myrtle Beach. Just another overpriced shopping district. That's all I got for those.
Uh-huh.
Going to the hat trick.
You have any? Remind me. Have you been to Myrtle Beach?
Oh yes, several times.
Wow. When was the last time?
Oh, I remember this so well. Maybe 5, 6. I was like 23, 24. It was when I was working at Windstream. I was working at Windstream and I was living above Sticky Fingers. So that age. Do you want this story? Do you want this whole story right now? Because it was kind of a thing. Story. It was this story the last time. Okay, this is actually a personal story here. This was the end of the relationship with my childhood best friend. All right. So lay the groundwork for this story. My childhood best friend, we were best friends. He met a girl. Girl did not like me. He married a girl. So I still want to be friends with my childhood best friend. So I'm like, hey, I need to make friends with the wife. And so I plan a trip for all of us to Myrtle Beach. I'm like, hey.
Okay, well, that's on you first, right there. That is on you.
It's a little bit on me. But here's the thing. It was more of like, hey, I want to go to Myrtle Beach. I want you to come with me. Let's do a thing. And he's like, okay, well, so-and-so wants to come. I'm like, oh, dude, that's completely fine. And he was like, could so-and-so bring her sister? I'm like, that's even better because they can go off and do sister things and we can do best friend things. It'll be cool and they will be taken care of and like we're going to get hang time. And that is not what happened. So I drove, I covered housing, and she did not once acknowledge my presence, nor did she ever go off with her sister to do things and just constantly made my best friend just like constantly pulled his attention. And the little sister brought her kid, and that was great because that kid was absolutely terrifying, and they had no boundaries. And so I just listened to a baby scream all weekend and my friend fight with his wife. And I, that was the last time we hung out.
Aw.
Yeah.
That was
not better in my head because I have like a lot of feelings about it. I'm having a hard time verbalizing those feelings. I just remember walking around Market Commons and being like, he was like, hey, me and Dustin are going to go off and do things. And, you guys you guys are doing stuff, right? And then we get 5 minutes into doing things and there's a phone call and he has to go take care of his niece, I guess.
Ed Morgan Freeman's voice said, and they did not hang out.
And we did not. Yeah. The way I told that story, I'm definitely the bad guy. Like, I'm the unreasonable one, but I'm telling you, man.
You told your own story.
I'm the bad guy.
You came out the bad guy, and
I'm definitely the bad guy. Yeah, I'm terrible.
I mean, like I said, you started out by saying,
I just can't frame how horrible.
I played a trip for Myrtle Beach.
I can't explain how horrible his wife is. She's just a bad wife. She hates me so much. I don't know why.
You want to go to the Commons and listen to a bunch of leaf blowers in the morning?
Hey, there's going to be some seagulls that are really territorial. Do you want to come and hang out? Hey. Run! It starts getting louder. I have kids. Shh. I love you, Rachel.
So that's a giant seagull carrying you off, right?
That's a big old seagull.
That's what I was about to say.
Damn.
Look, folks,
they don't make them like they used to in Myrtle Beach. God,
if you want to see giant seagulls, check out Myrtle Beach. Great destination for a vacation. It is the middle of May, as Dustin alluded to right now. But by the time this podcast comes out, it's a vacation time. Time to take your family and loved ones to the beach. Get a little.
Not your best friend.
No.
And his wife.
And the sister and their kid.
And don't do it. Don't do it. And not in a Prius, folks. It's so tight. So close quarters.
Yeah, that's God, there's no way to take your own story and not be the villain.
Listen, I fucked up, man. I fucked up. Hey, Matt, if you're listening to this, I'd love to hang out. Andrew, I need you to edit out this next bit.
Nope.
Fuck you, Nicky.
Nope. Leave it in because I don't edit hardly anything. I don't edit anything.
They want to send me this file. What are we doing next?
You can.
We're reviewing me? Nice. Let's go.